Hi, I'm Anthony, and today I'm going to answer a question that my friend asked about simplifying square roots. Say we had the square root of 8, and you wanted to simplify that. How would you do that? So, the way you do it is by looking for the highest perfect square factor of the number, and then separating it out. So a perfect square is just a number whose square root is a whole number. So like the square root of 4 is a perfect square, so the square root of 4 is just 2. Or the square root of 9 is a perfect square, and its square root is 3. So in square root of 8, we know that 8 is just equal to 4 times 2, so we can separate this out into the square root of 4 times 2. And then that can be separated out into the square root of 4 times the square root of 2. And we know the square root of 4 is going to be a whole number, namely 2, so it's going to be 2 times the square root of 2, which we just write as 2 square root 2. So another example, we could do the square root of 27. So the highest perfect square factor of 27 would be 9, because 27 is 9 times 3. So we separate that into the square root of 3 times square root of 9, and then that's just 3 times the square root of 3, and then we write that as 3 square root 3. So let's do a bigger number, like the square root of 128. So it might take a little bit of thinking, but you'll find that the biggest perfect square factor of 128 is going to be 64, because 128 is 64 times 2. So we can separate that out into square root of 64 times the square root of 2, and the square root of 64 is 8, so it's 8 square root of 2. Do you have any questions?
What about a number like 320?
320, okay. The square root of 320. That's probably going to be divisible by 16. Let's see, if we do 16 times 20, that would be 0, 0, 0. That would be 2, 1. That's exactly 320. So 16 isn't going to be the highest one because you can simplify 20. So I think about 64 times 5? 64, wait, no. 32, no, yeah, 64 times 5. Let's try that. 0, 2, 2, 3, yes, 64 times 5.
Okay.
So you can separate it out into the square root of 64 times the square root of 5, which would be 8 square root 5. Ta-da!
Interesting.
And then you will probably have, well, there's a lot of numbers that you just can't simplify. For instance, like the square root of 14. 14's only factors are 1, 14, and 2 and 7. The only perfect square there is 1, but that doesn't really help us simplify it. because you could separate out 1 and 14, and you'd still have just the square root of 14. So square root of 14 is the simplest way you can go. So there will be ones you can simplify and ones you can't simplify. Alright, so thanks for watching the video, and if you have any questions, any math or science related questions, just leave them in the comments below. And if you had a similar question to that, or were having trouble with simplifying square roots, I hope that helped, and have a good day.